Whirly on the couch. I am Solidus Snake. I am going to be doing all dungeons. It should have been co-op with Whirly, but he ditched out on me at the very last second, so now it's a solo run. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I've been practicing quite a bit over the last couple of days. I'll let my couch introduce themselves real quick, and then we'll get started.
Hello, I am Colors. I tend to interrupt people, so I'm really sorry, Steve. You're the runner. I'm just on the couch, and I'm here with Whirly. Hi, Whirly.
Hello, I'm Whirly. I was, as Steve said, the one that was supposed to do this co-op run with him, but I was not comfortable running it, so now I'm on the couch.
All right.
Yeah, better to be on the couch than not being there at all, so I guess we're ready to go.
That is true. You guys want to count it down and I'll push the buttons?
Alright.
Whirly can do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Would have been nice if my timer actually did the thing. Wait a second.
Well, I mean, it happens every time. I mean, it's a marathon, it's a glitch run, it's not the first thing, it's not the last thing that's gonna be weird. This is Link to the Past. I'm pretty sure nearly everybody here on SpeedGaming knows Link to the Past because we have a lot of Link to the Past here. But Steve is gonna break about every tournament world, right?
Just about, yeah. So off-rip here, he's gonna go to Hyrule Castle, save Zelda, probably in a way that you haven't seen it done before. But he's gonna save Zelda, and then after that he's gonna go to Kakariko Village and grab some items.
Of course, all items are gotten from their intended locations, even though it may not look like it.
I wouldn't go that far. There are some items that he grabs that are not from the intended location.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that one thing.
Yeah.
The gold sword, right?
Gold sword, and I believe he's grabbing mirror from not intended locations. So usually, we'll get to it later though. Right now, he's gonna do what we call the stair clip up into this room on the right. It saves a bunch of time because you don't have to walk all the way to Zelda's cage, and then you can also do some fun things to get back out of bounds to just save Zelda a lot quicker.
So this looks very fancy, but I have no idea what's happening in here. What is Steve actually doing, Wally?
I'm gonna let him focus for a little bit because this is kind of stressful, and then afterwards I'll explain what's going on. Alright, well he's got it here. So what he did there was he was moving moving Link 1 pixel to the left every time to nudge himself into a certain position, and then once you do the get yourself into the rail a little bit, you can just walk through. And because he's on that top layer still, whenever he hops out of the wall, he gets to the layer below it. So whenever he can just walk through all the walls because he's technically not on the layer of the walls. And he got
basically
really
the game is very confused
there.
about where Link actually is.
The green guard here can screw you up a lot, and he got really good RNG with it right there. So he's going to use the green guard to, he has an EG stored, which means that whenever he gets hit, he'll go back into EG. And the green guard, it can be really rude because he will just automatically go straight for you, and there's not a lot you can do. So it's really good that he got the guard to go down there instead of any other direction. And now he's going to go back up and walk up to Sanctuary to return Zelda to Sanctuary.
As you can see, Hellcap Store does not look quite right. There are a few things that are weird. It's not exactly the right tiles. You see rooms that are just... This is a Ganem's Tower, for example. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That just happens because the game is trying to load a certain palette of a certain place, and it's not fitting for that other room. It's a bunch of graphical stuff.
Yep, and then this is part of the unrestricted category is that we're allowed to EG. So you will see EG used a lot, and then there's also this tag called Wear Shots, which you will see a lot, which basically allows us to go in and out of EG at will. So now that he saved Zelda, he's gonna go to Kakariko and do a little bit more of glitches, and then he's gonna grab Samaria, Hookshot, and Moon Pearl.
I would not say Zelda is saved because she is still in a war, but I guess it's good enough. So yeah, we're doing more exploring. If you can recognize all the rooms, you know this game very well because I was not sure what house that was for a second.
Right here, he's in the Magic Bat Cave, and then he has to leave and come back so he can load back in all the sprites and get everything that he needs from the.
He also gets a cave state. I don't know if that is useful here.
Cave State is useful here because the way that Cave State does big keys is that once he gets the big key from the guard in the sewers, he can use all of the big chests in Cave State. Because whenever you're in Cave State,
this one.
For the including this one and then the one for the hookshot and the one for the Moon Pearl. Because Cave State checks the sewers big key for the big chest because it doesn't have anything else to pull from.
He also checks the small keys in a pretty weird way. Like right now you have 255 keys, I think, or how does that work already?
I believe that is right. Cave State just doesn't have keys, and for some reason it just this game is broken, so it's just like, yeah, you can have every single key that you would ever need. And then right here, he's gonna kill...
this is Meyer.
Yeah, he's gonna kill one of the slugs here for a bomb. Nicely done.
50% chance for that drop, I think.
For the bombs, it's actually 100% chance for the slugs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, every certain enemy group has 100% chance for certain items. So like the Enox and the slugs there have 100% chance for bombs. And right here, he's doing a Samaria door corruption. This will not be the last time you see this. This basically loads a different room whenever he does this. He's technically going through the door transition, but the Samaria is stopping him from actually going through the door.
You can see the screen flicker for a single frame when he gets it.
And then now he's in Swamp Palace. If you've seen any other unrestricted run, you know basically what he's doing here. He's just grabbing all of the items from Meyer to Swamp Palace to Tower of Hera.
I always think this section is really cool because Link is off screen and you just see him come in the middle of the screen, in the middle, get that hook shots. It should look cinematic. Here we're in Hera, the game is still pretty confused about transitions. We get a Moon Pearl. Steve can complete the game without a Moon Pearl if he wants to, but he's just slower. So he has to get it, but of course.
We are speedrunning here, so anything that helps us get faster will definitely be helpful. So right now he's gonna do Eastern Palace, and he's gonna do Eastern Palace in a pretty funny way too. Because the way that the EG, or the dungeon layer, is laid out, the Armos room is actually right to the left of the Eastern Palace entrance room. So this will be our first hook push that we see of the game to get to the Armos room.
Oh yeah, I did not think about that. We got like 3 items so far, and it is just the items for hook push. The lamp, the hook shot, and the Samaria.
The bare minimum that we need, yes.
So hook push works by doing a certain, how do I say? It's certain specific actions in order to write certain things in the game's memory, and sort of confusing the game about how to keep track of all that stuff. And yeah, so things that are supposed to have a specific behavior, like hook shots, are gonna behave weird. Like that.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I messed up a little bit though, so run it back.
Yeah. So he spun a little too early there, and because of that, he didn't get enough distance value, so he didn't make it all the way through. Well, this is why we get a safety bomb.
This is a glitch run. I think it is pretty scary all the way through, so maybe I should let Steve focus when he does tricks like that.
Yeah, this run is very unforgiving. If you mess up one glitch, you have to redo your entire setup, which can take upwards to 30 seconds. Sometimes.
This one is the textbook citrus clip. You're just walking to the ledge in a certain fashion. Alright.
Yeah, I
I'll
gotta
show that.
speak
Okay, I'll explain this one though. This one, there are too many things on the screen for the game to spawn a new Somaya block, which means that the game tries to reference Steve's magic without placing a Somaya block. It's refilling his magic like that, by spamming Somaya when you can evolve 4 peeps.
that was good. There he goes. So the reason that he had to move himself in that position there is because in that position the Samaria particles will all be on screen at the same time, which is what we're looking for whenever he does the lamp and the two Samarias. And the reason that he couldn't do it the first time was because there was no sword particles on screen. So the sword particles are needed for him to be able to place the two Samarias, because if they aren't on screen, it will eat just the first Samaria, and he needs both of them to be on screen to store the distance values.
So basically, this entire trick works because there are too many animations on screen at the same time, right?
That is correct, yes.
So we're doing
Sword.
Harmos Knights without a bow, which does not happen in any other category than this, I think.
Most unrestricted categories don't grab the bow, but if you do like reverse boss order, you would have golden sword. So I don't know if there's really any other categories that do fighter sword armos.
Fighters of Somalia Armos.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's pretty cool that that block can keep the armors from locking in, and so it just never starts a pattern.
Yeah. So now he's gonna go grab the boots, which allows him to go fast, which is good for speedruns, but it also adds more particles to the screen, so it makes it a lot easier to hook push.
Every time you touch that A button, it makes a little cloud.
Yep.
I think Master Sword is also gonna be really good for that purpose. I don't know when we get it.
We're not grabbing Master Swords. We're going straight from Fighter Sword to Gold Sword.
Well, we'll do that soon, right?
We will be doing that soon. So right now he's gonna go straight to Hyrule Castle and he's gonna go back to the uncle drop down, and from there he can easily get to Skull Woods, and from Skull Woods he's gonna grab Fire Rod for Trinex, and he's going to grab the Skull Woods. He's gonna kill Smothula, and he's going to do a thing in the boss room to grab us a couple of different items. So right here's the hook push that he's doing. He uses the value from the chest to get the distance values here, and then now he's in Skull Woods.
I think it's a value because the chest actually has an item that moves up, like that animation thing.
I don't know exactly
I'm not helping
how...
clarify things, am I?
I don't know exactly how the chest hook push works. I'm a little unfamiliar with that, but he did a screen corruption there to load the dungeon tile below, and now he's going to running through the rooms that are on the screen below him. And now he's back into the Skull 1 room without having to leave Skull 2. And he's doing another door corruption here to get to the tile above him. And he's going to grab the big key from that chest, and he's going to go to the right here and grab the fire rod.
The game is there like, oh, you opened the chest and you were in that room, I think? Yes, so I'm gonna give you a big key, right? That's what is here.
And he did the swag hover. Whenever we do co-op, that is technically a mandatory hover, but because he's doing solo, he has enough bombs to do the bomb jump. But he was just like, I don't need to, because he can just hover like that. So the reason we do all of that is so that he can die and then just end up back here. So now he can just run straight to Skull 3. Saves a lot of time compared to going all the way back to Skull 1.
We're feeling more magic.
Yep, so now he's gonna glitch to the Mothula room, and then we're gonna let him focus here, because this fight is very stressful with 3 hearts.
But before he gets there, I'll just remind people that Mothula is that butterfly-looking boss with a lot of spikes and a moving conveyor belts. He does 2 hearts of damage per hit, except for the spikes, they do 1 hurt. Ouch.
One hit from
Sorry.
one hit from anything from Mothula, and it's game over. This fight is extremely unforgiving in this category. So, I will explain a little bit of what he's going to do after the boss fight, because after the boss fight, he will be using the hook shot on the wall, or on one of the blocks. And Mothula's room is the only fight in the whole game where there is a crystal and a block you can hook shot at the same time. So because of that, at the start of this boss fight, whenever he enters the room, he sets up a corrupted Samaria block to make it so that whenever he kills Mothula, he can actually change the index of the crystal. And because he does that, he can get the hookshot and the mirror from picking up the crystal. So after...
So basically, he's turning the crystal into something else.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants.
Essentially, you can grab a bunch of different items from this glitch, but you have to have the fighter sword, the boots, and the hookshot and the Samaria, as well as the lamp to reset your values.
Oh, you're gonna be mean to me again, huh?
This is not going well. Steve is not managing to set up the block.
I'm gonna have to retry it. Unfortunate. The block directly to my left started activating immediately, so when I went to go do the setup, I was actually just tinking my sword against a block, and I wasn't able to make the block.
So that is just bad RNG.
Very bad RNG.
Yeah. It was being too nice to you early game with that guard.
I saw yes to answer chats. There's just the block and all 4 beams at the same time. They are going. There's too many things on the screen. So when Snake tries to use the Samaya to despawn the block, the game does not know if it needs to despawn a block or spawn a block. It gets confused, and because spawning the block failed, it's gonna give you some magic back. Because that's how they programmed it for some reason. So it gets refunded and you can make magic out of it.
It's a failsafe made by
I-
the game. So basically, if you use a Samaria, well, there's a Samaria on screen and it refills your magic.
Why are you being so mean to me? Oh. Somehow recovered that one. It did, I don't know if you guys saw it, actually did the same thing. That block directly to my left activated. It just makes your sword tink, and you can't make the block properly. It's kind of a pain. The only 2 blocks that can actually mess you up are the one you spawn in on. Yep, I actually got it. But now he's being mean and he's just hugging the spikes. Just gonna try to be aggressive here. Lost a bunch of time to him. Oh!
Oh, wow.
Well, he was just being mean.
What was that?
Nicely done.
Okay, we're good.
For-
Everything's fine.
For a reminder, Montreal is a very well programmed boss that if you push him into the spikes, he's not gonna take damage.
He's changing the pendant colors. And he got a gold sword.
The text box says
So-
I got
yes,
the boomerang,
also-
though. Just so everybody knows. The text box did say I got the boomerang.
Oh yeah, the boomerang.
So now he's gonna go back to the modular room, and now since he has the gold sword, he can set it up a lot easier to get the mirror. And the mirror is needed to just speed up the game a little bit and to go to the light world later so that he can get the ice rod.
Wait, so can you just get as many items as he wants from this?
Technically he can, but it's not, in some cases it's not as quick.
I'm so glad I just landed that because the backup strat is to save and quit and just go save the old man. That is really, really...
So
Yeah,
yes, Steve did take a damage from the spike rather than Montreal, so he could save a heart. I do not know if that was intentional or not.
Save and quitting at sync is actually cost time. We don't do it.
Yeah. So right now he's just going to go blow up the attic hole because he's a lot closer to it than he would be anywhere else in the run. He needs to blow up the attic hole to kill blind. obviously, and he is going to do that very shortly. So right now he's going to go to the Palace of Darkness from Skull Woods, because if you just go down the screen and to the right of the screen, he is in the room right before Helmasaur, and this will be the first weird shot that we see of the game. The weird shot basically allows you to just change layers. So like that, he was below the layer, and then because he used the hook shot, it pulled him back above the layer. And then he's gonna do a trick here called Murder Bomb. And the Murder Bomb basically makes the bomb last forever, and it murders the Helmasaur mask.
I saw Link. It doesn't murder Link if you walk too close.
It does also murder Link. So the way that the weird shot works is basically every other thing that we've done so far. You are manipulating an instill a value in the game where you place a bomb, and then the bomb makes the hook shot act weird, which is why it's called a weird shot, and it will change the layer that the hook shot's actually pulling you to. Because usually it will pull you to the same layer that you're on, but because of the bomb and the way that the values are stored, it actually changes the layer that you're on. And that also counts, there's also a version that will pull you to the layer below that you're on, which he will be doing after this crystal cutscene.
So in all dungeons, we need to get all 3 pendants or 7 crystals, kill Aghanim and Aghanim 2, right?
We had to get all of the crystal and pendants, and we also have to kill all the bosses, including Aga 1 and Aga 2.
I'm gonna get some safety bombs here.
It's a marathon after all. Cannot be too safe. I love when the saucepan do that. It just looks so cool.
The hookshot's weird, man. So now he's going from Palace of Darkness to Thieves Town, and he's going to be doing another weird shot in the blind cell to pick up blind, and then he's going to escape with her behind the guards' backs. Normally he would need the big key here, but we don't have enough time for that.
Hey, the Link is there.
Yep. Everyone say hi to Link while you can, because he's about to be gone again. And now he's going through walls. So that's just a standard hook push that he did there. It's the same concept as the one that he did from the Uncle drop down to the Skull Woods, except he just has more items to be able to do it more freely. And now he's going to do the blind fight, which is scripted if you know how to do it. So this is probably technically the easiest boss fight in the game once you practice it, because there's no RNG to it whatsoever.
Blind will always behave the same way if you always do the same thing every time.
Yep. It's pretty easy to screw up, but
It's
like
easy
I
to
said,
screw
if
up.
you practice.
It's easy to screw up if you have sword beams like I do.
Yeah.
I do not like having sword beams for this fight. It always makes me screw up. I screwed up right at the very end there.
Lucky you're able to recover it though. Plus, the sword beams also hurt blind, if you didn't know that. So if you're just far away and you just sword beam spam her, you will eventually kill her.
There is a ton of game knowledge in Vanilla Link of the Past to begin with. Then you add all the glitch layer. Then you add all the knowledge you must have to make up for the glitches, like the lab bombs there. Palace of Darkness is to this direction relatively to Swamp in the Underworld. It's pretty insane. I have no idea where we are, but somehow Steve and Wally, they know perfectly where they are.
There's also a bunch of just random stuff that can go wrong, because if you're in the light world while you're doing certain dungeons, and then you go to the there's different like world states, so you can be in the dark world and technically be in the light world because you entered a dark world dungeon from the light world, which is what he did there, which is why he had a mirror twice, because the first mirror took him to the dark world and then the second one took him to the light world. So if you do certain dungeons while you're in that fake dark world state, sometimes it won't even drop the crystal. So right now he
So
did
the
a
game
hook
is just
push.
as confused as I am.
Yep. So right there he did a hook push in the Kakariko shop, and he got the ice rod for Trinex in the future. And then for
The
some
ice rod game
reason,
looks really nice.
yeah, the palettes for that do look really nice. For some reason, the EG2 layer is a lot different from the EG1 layer, so it just spits him back out of the Kakariko shop. And then here he's gonna do another rail clip to, this one's a lot easier because of how much space there is between the stair and the rail. And he's going to do another weird shot and to get to the room before Cold Stair. And this hook push is one of the harder ones in the run because of how much room you have to set up the block. So let's see focus up a little bit here, because this room is a little stressful.
Actually, I gotta reach find the space.
I don't even see what's going on, so how do you do it?
Apparently, I don't.
Refilling the magic under without being able to see anything is
It's kind of
very, yeah. You found a spot.
Yeah, I just had the screen transition. We're fine. I'm also gonna go back this way real quick to line myself back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing about doing that is that you're not lined up anymore. So he's gonna reline himself up real quick. So, because the way that you can line yourself up in this room, you can actually line yourself up to be right above the pods, which is what he'll be hook shotting to get out of EG.
Okay, that should. Or not. Okay.
Or yeah.
Did it. Everything's fine. Okay, that might actually. Oh, okay, that's definitely bad. It was fine, now it's bad.
You might have to.
I'd have to be here.
I was gonna say, go up and kill the things in the room above you to try and get a heart. If not, probably just mirror. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Those guys are little meanies.
Where's
Tell me, what do we need for hearts? Is it because we need to kill Costa using the sword beams?
Yeah, we need the sword beams for the particles for the hook push. And in that room, the sword beams are necessary because you have to get enough distance within that little space to be able to hook push across the entire screen. Because in the dungeon layer, the dungeon, the boss room for Ice Palace is right below the room that he was just in. So he's trying to use that to screen transition down to get into the cold stair room.
I'm gonna sit here and pretend I understood everything.
Fine,
That'll make
everything's fine.
sense once he actually pulls it off.
Yeah, I'll get it right now. Messed up. Fuck that. Or not. Hold on. That's why we filled up our net.
There you go. So he has to get the glitch block within that little space up there, and because he has to have all 4 particles on screen, sometimes it just can be really difficult to get. So right there is that hook push that I was talking about, and now he's in the cold stair room.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was trying to dodge the ice ball. No.
So
Alright, well,
the reason
now I need magic. And the fastest magic I can think of is all the way up.
It's okay, that is definitely what we were ahead with the marathon, right?
yeah.
All planned.
So the cold stair fight, if you don't screw up the hook push once, you have 5 fire rod shots, and it takes 8 to kill him. But if you hit him with a sword beam as soon as, like, while the fire animation is still on screen, the game thinks that you're hitting him with a fire rod. So he hit him a little too late so that the fire wasn't on the screen there, which is why he wasn't able to get that last hit on him. And now he's going back to Skull Woods for a magic refill.
I was too worried I'd get hit by the ice ball and that I wasn't gonna land the sword beam anywhere. And I ended up just whipping it my own. Fine. Fine. Backups. There's a rock backup because it's all the way up.
Yeah. And then he's gonna go pick up that same heart from that pod so he can get the full heart so he can set all that back up again. Like I said earlier, this run's very unforgiving. You mess one thing up and you have to backstep like 3 times because he has to get full magic, get full hearts again, and then he has to go back and do that weird shot into that hook push and then be able to kill cold steer again.
Yeah, it was just
Honestly, I think that just makes it even more stressful if you are running it in duo, because, like, it's all extremely difficult stuff, and then your partner is gonna fail, and it's just gonna be difficult to not be frustrated, right?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Plus, if you are behind, then the other person usually has to be waiting for an item for you. At this point in the co-op run, we have all the items that we need. So we would basically just kind of help each other out. But he's doing the route that I would normally be doing at this point. So that's why he's probably it's a little more unfamiliar to him.
I can hear myself clanking, but it didn't give it to me. Oh.
Doing more magic refills.
Trying to.
It's not working well.
Oh. I know what I'm gonna do. I can't believe I'm missing this part. This is the part I practiced the most.
It always works like that. This is a marathon. No matter how hard you practice, it is always the part that you practice the most that will fail. That happens in every marathon ever.
That is so true. Back at it again in Thief Sound.
One more time. One more time. Probably all we can speak. But that's mad, right?
Yep.
I cannot get mad. I'm sitting on a very comfortable couch here. So for a reminder, and for the ones who just joined the channel, don't worry about not seeing the ink right now. We are doing magic with the hook shot, a weird shot in particular, to get back into, well, outside of the shadow here, if I may say.
I think it was resolved by
Yeah.
magic and now it's not.
So for those who are tuning in, we are in the EG mode, where we are under the layer that is currently visible on screen. So he's gonna go back down here and refill his magic again, which, yeah, Link of the Past is a broken game.
Was the sentence already? Link to the past cannot walk and breathe at the same time?
Definitely can't. It's possible. Okay, I'm not even gonna chance that.
Of course that guy is sitting there now.
I'm not even gonna chance that. I can drop the heart though, that would have been sweet. One
At
more.
least you got a bird chilling you on the background.
They're all cheering me on.
I mean, that makes sense. The sooner you're done, the sooner you can go back to serve them. The mighty bird overlords.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Don't pay
What?
attention to the fact that Link's head was floating alone for a second.
They couldn't have just dropped the heart the one time I was over here?
First hook shot done, second one now.
There he goes.
It has plenty magic. It doesn't need any of it.
This fight's also pretty scripted once you get used to it. So he's getting the Thief's Town crystal here, and then afterwards he's going to do another weird shot in the Ice Palace to grab the Ice Palace crystal back from the Cold Serum, because it's just the quickest way to get the Ice Palace crystal. And after
I
that,
think
he's going.
that works. How do I say that? Because the game gives you the crystal of the dungeon in which you entered, but it also keeps track of which bosses are dead separately.
That is
that
correct.
right?
Yeah, so the crystal will drops based off of what dungeon ID you have. So right now he has the Thief's Town dungeon ID, but he killed the Cold Stare boss, which is tracked separately from the dungeon ID. So now whenever he goes back in and goes to the Cold Stare room, it's going to be like, oh, you just killed Cold Stare, so you're going to get the crystal reward. Because it thinks that you just killed it, even though you killed him. Like, you can do it for every dungeon. In the glitch community, there is a saying that all roads lead to Moldorm, because the easiest place to crystal duplicate at is the Moldorm one.
Is it because it's a bigger arena than the others?
It's just a way easier way to get out of EG, because you can just hop out of the lobby room.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah. So now he's in the, he's just got the Ice Palace crystal from the Cold Stair room. And then after this, he's going to go ahead and kill Aga 2, because the Aga 2 boss fight is only a few screen transitions from the Ice Palace entrance. So he's going to do the weird shot to get out of bounds, and then he's going to walk over there and then do another one to get back in bounds. And then he's going to do a new trick called the stuck push, which allows him to have 2 hook shots on screen at the same time, so he can pull himself, move over a little bit, and then continue to pull himself through the screen transition.
That's because the way the game is made is like, you have a light world, you know, you have all the screens against each other. You have a dark world, it's the same. And you have the underworld. It's exactly the same, it's just mostly walled in. But everything is there on the same map. So if you find a way to work through walls, you can go anywhere.
Yep. And at least in this room, he can see himself through the floors a little bit, so it's a little bit easier for him to refill his magic.
It's pretty fancy that this floor is transparent.
Yeah, typically in the normal game it isn't, but because we have the Ice Palace textures, it is. Because, like basically everything, including the floors and the walls.
But this floor is not even used in Ice Palace.
Just link to the path, thanks. I don't know why this room just screws up, even though this floor is nowhere to be used in the game.
It looks like the Maya Bridge, sort of.
Sort of, but then the corners and the edges are all messed up.
I guess because of the shadow, so it's creating our own texture. Now maybe there's a shadow in here.
Oh, I should have pulled up my magic. Cool.
So now that he's done with Aga 2, he's going to end up on the pyramid, and whenever he's in the pyramid, he will mirror back into Hyrule Castle and go and do the Lane Mola fight from Hyrule Castle. So the way that this will work is that he's going to line him up in a certain way, so that whenever he goes into one of the rooms, and the room right before Lane Mola, he's going to get pushed out of the wall, because in the rooms where the walls move, it will push you out of EG. So if you do that on a certain position, you can get yourself pushed out into the screen transition, which is what he will be doing to get into the Lane Mola fight.
That was the same head clip as in the early game, but he used a Samaria block. Does
Yeah,
that
it's a lot.
help a bit?
It's a lot easier whenever you get the Samaria block, because you can just use the Samaria block to push yourself through. So right now he's in the Lane Mola fight. Now, something that's weird about doing a boss fight from Hyrule Castle is that the Hyrule Castle doesn't have a certain drop for it. So he picks up the Ether Medallion instead of the Crystal.
Because the Ether Medallion is the ID 0.
The Ether Medallion is the the Hyrule drop reward, I guess.
You can pull it.
I mean, I guess it's because it tries to drop something that does not have an ID, and the ID 0 item is Ether. I think there was a glitch in Rendo at some point. Maybe in SNZ3, I think we got Ether Medallions out of nowhere.
So right here, he's trying to set up another hook push to be able to go to, I believe, Desert Palace.
Oh, wow.
So now he's
Ah,
exiting
it's Desert
to...
Palace.
That is Desert Palace. So now he's going to get the dungeon ID for Desert Palace by leaving and re-entering real quick. And then afterwards, he's going to go to Misery Mire to kill Vitreous. So he's going to do another hook clip here, but this hook clip is one of the harder ones because the way that the enemies that drop from the Misery Mire room right before the in this room right here, right before the Vitreous boss fight, they fall on the same layer that you're on. He's really lucky he got that really quick, because once there's enough enemies, it can just completely screw you over and he would have to reset the room. That was very nicely done. And because he doesn't have the big key, he's going to have to do another stuck push here to be able to get to the Misery, or the Vitreous room.
Actually, just gonna do a regular.
Or he just... Yeah, he's just doing a regular hook push. I'm a liar. It's fine. And in this fight, he has gold sword, so there's nothing to be really worried about. 2 spin slashes and they're dead.
Well, these things are still gonna do like 6,000 damage if you touch them, are they not?
If you touch Vitreous, it's very hurtful, but it's pretty easy with just gold sword. I mean, he's confident enough where he's just standing in the pool of eyes. It's a fairly easy fight. It's just can be a little stressful whenever you just don't have the right utility for it, which is what we have.
And this is a pendant because we entered desert before getting to Vitreous.
That is correct. So now he's, this is where we use the ether medallion so we can get back into Mire, and he's going to go to Turtle Rock to get the Turtle Rock crystal. Or the Mire crystal from Turtle Rock.
So we're just doing a long chain where we keep killing a boss and getting its crystal from the next dungeon.
Basically, yeah. It's just a lot quicker because it's a way easier to like go in between dungeons like this. And at a certain point, he's gonna have to duplicate a couple crystals from the same dungeon, and we just choose what dungeon we do that from based off of how close it is from the start of the dungeon. So later on, he's going to duplicate the Swamp Palace crystal from Skull Woods, because the room right of the Swamp Palace entrance is the Skull Woods boss. And then right here, he's going to do a Samaria Door Corruption to get the ID from the room above it. And then he's going to set up another hook push to go to Turtle Rock.
But right now the game thinks he is in the room above.
Yep, and then whenever he does the screen transition, he's going to end up to the super tile that's to the right of the one above him. Which is the Trinex room.
Oh, hi Trinex!
I thought I should have practiced, probably. I was like, nah, I got this. Oh, yeah, definitely have it now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta find that.
The start was a little iffy there.
Star was definitely a little bit.
No biggie, you can just go out and then refill again. The joys of having
Pretty
Samaria.
convenient that this glitch exists.
Yeah. It saves a lot of running around like a chicken with its head cut off trying to look for magic. It sucks whenever you don't have enough magic to use the Samaria twice. Because if you can use it twice, then the game will say that you don't have enough magic to use it the first time to refill your magic.
fairy. Yep. I expected
Oh
some
yeah, we
help.
also need hers.
Yep, the Bright Meyer shed has a fairy in it, for those who didn't know. Because why would you ever need a fairy except in, routes
Yeah.
that you need safeties in?
If you were doing
This game-
100% right here, you would have how many hearts? Like 15 or 16?
Yeah. This game is fairly nice with all the safeties that it does give you, but sometimes it's just knowledge of where you need to get everything.
Yet we're not getting any actual safety item like powder, borders.
Yeah, we're just relying on the game to be nice enough to place the stuff, or to have the things placed where we need it to be, which sometimes, if you screw up in a certain situation, you have to go run around half the map just to make sure that you can get a single magic out of a single pot.
In fact, we're not even getting a hammer or a glove.
No hammer, no glove, no bottles, no bow. Everything that you see in Steve's inventory right now is all that we're getting. Except a couple of extra hearts.
We're just getting them because
We
we
have to.
don't want to go through the hassle of despawning them, do we?
Yeah, we're just getting them because we have to pick up the crystals.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. Ah. Oh, my magic.
Oh, you forgot to go.
Whirly,
Didn't
you didn't remind me.
This is your side of the route.
Yeah, but I was too
You should be
busy
familiar with
practicing.
all of
I was
this.
too busy practicing your side for the last few days. All right. I was expecting this to be a co-op. Oh man.
Yes, this was supposed to be a co-op, in fact, but with Steve and Wally. I'm just a tourist. I stepped in because I could.
If I was doing this, I would be screwing up way more than Steve is. This route, like I said, it's very unforgiving. No matter how much you practice it, one thing screws up, and then you're just off your mojo for the rest of the run.
That sounds definitely like something I would want to run in a marathon. I would never dare.
It's a pretty cool showcase. There's a bunch of glitches in this that are pretty cool to show off, especially the Mothula
Oh,
one, where you're able to just get basically any item that you won from the Mothula fight.
oh, it's amazing, yes. That's... I love watching a game and having no idea what's going on.
It's the best.
Same.
I mean, really seriously, there is something alien, I think is the word I'm seeking, about just seeing a game you think you relatively know, and you just see a runner do complete nonsense, and somehow it works out for them in the most fantastic, fabulous way. Yeah, fantastic,
the
fabulous.
Trinex
That's...
Everyone say hi, Trinex.
Hi, Trinex.
Know what I was doing. Also, fun fact: this is solid.
Yeah, if
No.
you don't enter the Trinex room from the intended way, the ice just turns into a block. So if you leave the fight going on for long enough, half the room will just be solid blocks.
Ah, so Trinex is using that spare from Blade of the Wild, I think. You know, the ice pillar thing.
I can stab it.
So here is the fire crystal that he's getting here.
All right. Trinex
And
is
then-
down.
Trinex is down. Now all that's left from here is we have to kill Argus, get the Swamp Palace crystal. We have to kill Aga 1, and we have to get the Turtle Rock crystal. I
Turtle
believe
Rock
that's all
crystal.
we have to do.
Turtle
left.
Rock crystal is acquired from the Death Bolt to Argus, correct?
Gotcha.
But we're missing a boss, aren't we? Are we never going to kill Mordor?
We are.
Oh, Hera is last.
Hera is last. Usually we kill Moldorm a lot earlier, and I forget that he exists. He's up in Tower of Hera, living his best life.
For now.
And Link is just gonna phase out of a wall and obliterate him and disappear just as fast.
Doing another one of those weird shots. He uses the ether here because it locks the screen back to the room, and it just makes it a lot easier to set everything back up, and he can just kill those guys, and it will reduce lag. Because if there's a lot of enemies on screen, they can make the game lag a little bit. Then he's doing another weird shot here. He's killing all the guys, and he's gonna get back to 1 heart. And then this trick is what we call Deathful. He's using a he's dying the same time that he screen transitions, and the game can't walk or breathe at the same time. So whenever he does that, the game just
Come on, game. It's gonna give me corruption.
Look at the free full magic there.
It's not a full health though. But boy, how am I gonna fix this? Oh, there's fairies.
There is, but it's after the tire room.
This is true.
Coffee break time, everyone.
Guess I could just take a nap real quick. Hope for the bed.
I was gonna say there's a fairy on regular Death Mountain, but I don't know how feasible it will be to get to get there.
I don't know if I'd be able to get back in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say just the tile room would probably be your best
I'll have to
bet.
chance it. Yeah. Unfortunately. Everything about this
Can
one.
we not buy our... Oh, we cannot buy a red potion, of course. Never mind.
Why not?
Because you're not the butter, Steve.
Wonder why.
I mean, that's right. You should be able to just drink it from the shop right there.
I have the flu.
I'm pretty sure there is a red potion for sale in the Hookshot Cave shop, right?
There is, but we have no bottles to get it, and he'd have to end up back in the mirror on the same exact. Actually, he probably can't even, because he was in the middle of the Turtle Rock door. I don't think there is a way that he can get back to where in the mirror where it'll push him through the Turtle Rock door. Luckily, there's a fairy right there that he can grab.
Hopefully that doesn't mess with me at all. Lucky.
And Link is going again, just like that.
It's easy to just be gone.
So I'm luring the Igor out of the way because they kind of control you when you're going to do stuff catering. Use the ether in the room prior to this, so that way I can kill the Elfos that are in the way. Of course, I didn't get that. Really gonna be mean to me? Haven't been mean enough, game? Thought you were gonna do me?
We found the spots.
Did find the spot.
What is going on in that secret layer that sometimes you find a spot where you can just make the magic and sometimes you do not? Are
It's
there
just based
obstacles
on
there?
how much. Oh, the hookshot went through the wall.
Based on how it's based on how terrible I am. Let's be serious.
It's based off of the how much this like if you can use the Samaria twice with all of the particles on the screen. So we're back to Samaria door corruption here to load the super tile below, and then and also sometimes whenever you do this, it just likes to spawn random holes. So there's a trick called death hole, and whenever you death hole, like die while in the same frame that you're supposed to transition, it loads a weird it likes to give you a fairy revival because it doesn't know what to do, and whenever you do it, it will allow you to just walk into a different boss room. Does it? Oh.
Hey, it's Argus on lava.
Argus and lava, yep. Because he has the turtle rock palette loaded right now, so it just makes the floor lava.
I mean, I think this is amazing.
The floor is hot
Cool.
lava. I've actually never seen this palette before, and all the times that I was practicing that trick, not once. So that's kind of neat.
This fight could be pretty scary whenever he has the puffballs on him, because the puffballs can do a lot of damage pretty quick, and because he's jumping on you, they will spawn right on top of you.
Alright, we have some cleanup to do, and we'll be good.
I thought that hole was that funny thing with the text.
Yes, because it brings up the menu that you need to choose to be able to like save and continue, save and quit, or just continue. And the crystal text overlaps it so that now we have two crystal texts. So right here he's doing a hook shot to duplicate the Swamp Palace crystal. And from here he will be saving and quitting, going to kill Moldorm. And then we'll be off to doing Aga 1, and then after that we'll spawn on the pyramid and kill Ganon.
All comes together.
We're so close.
I said that crystal. That crystal is good.
Yeah, Crystal's definitely gone.
Also, if you notice, instead of doing the animation where Link just looks up to the crystal, he's holding the wall right now.
There's definitely a lot of magic being used in this run.
Definitely a lot of magic, yes.
And we'll pop out of Skullwards here. Save and quit. We grabbed the
yes,
mirror
Skullwards.
earlier. Grabbing the mirror earlier actually gives us the save and quit for Old Man, if you didn't know. So we can just go right to here.
Then here he's using spin speed to be able to clip through the railing there, which if you don't know what spin speed is, it's whenever you clink your hook shot and dash at the same time, and it actually lets you just move as fast as the boots do if you're moving off of like a railing. But if you just do it like that, you can also, it still pretends like you're quick enough to just be able to walk through the rail. And then now he's going to go kill Moldorm and grab the last boss, or not the last boss, but the last pendant that we need. And then after that, he will be killing Aga 1 to get us on top of the pyramid.
Well, are we in the link to the past run time-wise, Warley? Just a few minutes, right?
Yes.
So as you said, we get this, we kill Aganim, we kill Ganon. That's it.
Yep, just Aga 1 and then Ganon. Which, the Aga 1, we don't have to climb the entire tower because we have tools to our disposal. So we're actually doing a trick called Yuzuharu?
Yuzuhara.
I think I'm saying that right. Yuzuhara. I'm not entirely sure how this works, so if you could explain it, Steve, that would be great.
We're gonna juke this door, and room for Aga is actually really close by to Tower of Hera, so by juking the room, we can just transition straight there. This isn't too big one.
This door looks harder to juke than the ones we've seen before.
Then we go
Yeah,
here.
the
This is the curtain.
this is Aga 1, right?
This is Aga. Just like you remember.
Just like you remembered it. With the saint floors.
Yeah, like definitely not like pallets of bones or anything on the floor. There's actually like the ribcage directly above me. You can see it from like the restaurant dungeons.
They installed a glass floor? How fancy!
Yes, we're doing Aga 1, and then after that we're going straight to Ganon.
This will pop us out directly after we're gonna drop straight to the Ganon fight.
I like when the door is open. You can just leave if you want to.
I never really thought about it, but I guess technically if you wanted to, you could totally. Not entirely sure what that does.
Is that the 5th blue ball already? Or the 4th?
Yeah, I mean,
You're getting really unlucky here.
I always get a tremendous amount of blue balls for some reason. It's kind of rough.
The first one is always the one that you can hit back, and then it's a 50-50 chance if you get blue balls or not. So he's just getting really unlucky here with all the blue balls. Alright, there was the last hit, and then after that, we were just gonna go hop in the pyramid hole because we killed Aga 2 whenever we did the Ice Palace shenanigans.
Could have skipped his little
Well, the
dying
good
animation.
thing is that now any delay is Agadim's fault.
Could have skipped his death animation
Sorry,
there.
I
He was
cut
a
you
little
off.
bit over to the left, but he just wasn't cooperating, much like everything else this run. So that's fine. Everything's cool. Just gonna slaughter a pig. Spicy barbacoa, all that noise.
We got one last little trick coming up in the Ganon fight, which if you've ever seen any sort of a Link to the Past speedrun, you know what it is. It's the torch glitch whenever we get to phase 4, so that way we don't have to light up both of the torches every time.
Because we do not in fact have silver arrows. We don't even have a bow for the matter.
Why do you stop here? What am I supposed to do about this? I've never seen him stop that high up.
I've been told that happens if you make him cross the path with his trident. When he just happens to be in the perfect spot where the trident is, he will just stop there.
Not sure. Being mean just so.
So, normally you would have the silver arrows like colors said if you play this game vanilla, but we're going to be doing spin slashes to hurt him in phase 4 to be able to hurt him before he turns to the like ice blue color. Because if we do that, if we hit him with whenever he's in the ice boot, like the frozen phase, we won't be able to do any damage to him. This is the only way that we can actually hurt him in phase 4 is by doing these spin slashes. And it is 12 hits with the gold sword, so it should be a pretty quick fight here.
Just gonna play it safe.
Yep.
I cannot answer that question from chat because I do not have sound on. Is the sword swing creating a glitch sound? don't know if you can answer that, Steve.
I don't believe so. Maybe.
I believe it's just the normal sound that you have with the gold sword.
It's true that it sounds pretty messy when you swing it. It's like. And Ganon is dead. Just a few more seconds, and
One time.
Anytime.
It was a wild ride.
Sub 114. Easy, right?
Yeah, easy. I only added 30-ish minutes to the run or something. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Very unforgiving. If it's a very fun run, but a lot can go wrong.
Oh,
A lot did go wrong, but we still finished it. What? Steve still finished it.
Yeah, GG's.
Co-op will alleviate
GG's.
some of the issues, but solo is just such an
It's
unforgiving
also
run. for
two
sure.
times the people that can also do things wrong. Which there's a lot quicker recovery with two people, but it's still very unforgiving. Thank you guys for letting us showcase the run, though.
Definitely. Much appreciated. Huge shout outs to Hotarubi. Kind of pioneered the run. Came out quite a few years ago now. I think it was actually 2021. So if you want to see the run done in its entirety to its maximum potential, I would definitely go check out that run. You could catch it on speedrun.com. It's like a 39:57 or something. It's an extremely tight, well displayed of all the glitches, incredibly powerful run where you're just going from one place to the other. Shout outs to the couch. I appreciate them being here. I was able to just focus on the run for the most part, even though it kind of went terribly anyway. And shout outs to Feasel and the rest of the gang hosting this. I appreciate it again. And y'all have a good one. Take care.
Good luck to the rest of the runners for the rest of the marathon. We wish you the best of luck.
Awesome. Sounds good, and good luck again. And I love how sweaty, salty Santa is up on the screen. It's such a good username.
We are live. All right, here we go.
Oh, all right. Well, hi, you guys. My name is Sweaty Salty Santa. You can just say Santa. And this is Goof Troop. You will see me playing as Max, and my friend here, Cousin Vinny, playing as Goofy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cousin Vinny. I am playing as Goofy. This is Disney's Goof Troop on the SNES. We're super excited to run this for you guys. And we've got lovely commentators who've agreed to help us today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
So my name is Dave.